So I made a game in 12 hours. Let's see how it turned out. So we're starting off the challenge by generating a random game idea. So I got strategy, keep it alive, mythology, and search for identity. So what? I'm gonna strategically keep something mythological alive while searching for identity. But anyway, I started to brainstorm right away. Now, I kinda had no idea at first until my sister told me to make it Geometry Dash related. Specifically, Geometry Da. And so I immediately thought of an idea where you play as the cube, but you have to keep the tree alive. I kind of forgot about search for identity, which is definitely not gonna cause any problems later. But anyway, I opened up a new Unity scene and got to work. I decided to work on the art first, which is definitely not gonna cause any— check this out, watch me draw the best tree ever.
5 minutes later.
I mean, it's good enough for now, I'm probably gonna change it later. And so I put the tree into Unity. Why is the tree so big? You know what else is big? Well, why is it so tiny now? Okay, that's fine, I suppose. I also made this tileable ground, and you can basically piece it together to make one big piece of ground. I need a new word for ground. I also drew this cube, which has no colors. This gray color is meant to represent his depressed state that he wants to search for his identity and stuff. Wow, that's deep.
Allow me as the cube.
I also made this cube, which is like the evil guy. And so he's gonna come in and tell him, hey, your only purpose in life is to protect this tree. Yeah, this tree right here. And then the cube is gonna be like, okay, bro. Which actually gave me some ideas for how the gameplay is gonna work. Basically, it's gonna be like in Geometry Dash, but instead of you going towards the spikes are coming towards the tree. No. And so the cube has to like run into the spikes over and over again to get rid of them. And eventually the cube is gonna realize, wow, I'm sacrificing my life for nothing. And so he's gonna realize who he actually is and then escape. Wow, that's deep. Before I do anything though, I realized I'm missing a background. And so I went to look at my previous games. Ah, this one is kind of nice. Don't mind if I do. And I also made a spike right here. And after some intense coding, I got it to move towards the left and damage the tree. Anyway, surely that didn't take very long. I might have to hurry now. So I immediately started working on a dialogue system. Well, I didn't really work on it. It's more like I stole it from my previous dialogue system, which is stolen from my previous dialogue system. But anyway, after a bit of copy-pasting and a pinch of ChatGPT and also a little bit of intense coding, I got it to work. But right now, our cube is not doing anything, so it's time for some more coding! Yes! And now the cube will run towards the spikes and destroy them with his head. Wow, I don't remember him doing that in Geometry Dash. I guess this is a really strong cube. This is still like a lot of spikes though, so the tree is dead. Like very dead. And so I have to think of some way to help the cube. And the best way to do that is to take some inspiration from Geometry Dash. So in GD, when you die, you get a lot of mana orbs. So I thought you could use that to buy some power-ups to help you. And so I made this mana orb here and put it into the game. And I want it to be a little bit bouncy, maybe? Not that bouncy, but anyway, I want to make a very simple effect that makes the mana orb fly towards this point. But turns out this is not a very simple effect. It's not even going in the right direction. Okay, it's the right direction this time, but why is it orbiting the thing? Why does it keep edging it? What the heck is happening here, bro? Eventually though, after a bit of trial and error, I finally got it to work. Okay, we're making good progress here. And we still have what, like— okay, time to actually make the gameplay. So I thought an interesting power-up could be the speed portals. It makes it so that you run faster into your death. On second thought, it's not that great. So anyway, the double speed portal doubles your speed, and the triple speed portal never mind. I also added this jump pad right here, which makes you jump. I made it so that you cannot click to jump because I wanted so that after you found your identity, then you can enable the ability to jump. Wow, that's deep. I also added this healing power-up, which could heal the tree. But anyway, what is the jump pad for, you may ask? And that's a great question, because I have no idea. And so I made the flying saw blades. Actually forces you to use the jump pad. I also decided that it's just way too boring to not have it spin in the air like the original game. And surprisingly, it's pretty easy to implement. No, that's the wrong footage. This one. Yeah, surprisingly it's really easy to implement. And also ignore this dead tree over here. I haven't made any winning or losing conditions. And it's fine, right? I mean, we still have like... So I started panicking like just the tiniest bit. So first priority is definitely get the item system going. I just made it so that it always spawns in the center and you can drag it. Oh yeah, I made the dragging script already. Don't mind if I do. So next is the saw blades. It's really easy. I just make a separate set of spikes, but instead of spikes it's saw blades. And also I make it spin. But it turns out my code really doesn't like having two sets of spikes at once. And the cube doesn't detect if the spikes are finished or not. So I just made it so that he'll do an extra check before he falls into the abyss. And that's the saw blades done. Now that the crisis has been resolved, I started to feel a little less panicking. And so I took one look at the time. Panic. I still haven't made the rest of the dialogues yet. Like, I actually need to make the cube's journey to search for his identity. And so after writing the rest of the dialogues, I made this colored version of the cube. And then you can finally escape using a jump pad. As the final couple of minutes dwindles down, I wrote my last line of code to add a winning screen. And that's time. Yeah, so remember how I was planning to make it able to jump after he searches for his identity? I did not get enough time for that. So after the timer ended, I made a logo, put the game on my itch.io page, and that's the game. So some of the things I like about this game is the art style and then the story. And some of the things I don't like about this game is the RNG. Yeah, it's because of the spikes. The spikes can either be a single spike, a double spike, or a triple spike. And in the case where you get a lot of triple spikes, then the spikes easily melt the tree's health. But if you get all single spikes, then it's really easy. And also once the saw blade starts appearing, it essentially becomes a jump pad dragging game. You want to hit the jump pad to hit the saw blades, but you don't want to hit the jump pads to hit the spikes on the ground. And so if I had time, I would definitely do some balancing around that. And also the game is really buggy as well. But for now, that's the game. You can go play the game on my itch.io page. So anyway, that's about it for the game. Bye. I don't know how to do outros. Here's an outro.